it's going to go away.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
They're gonna tear it down and build something so we can all just crash into each other, probably.
Oh.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Freak Nation has promised Martin Truex Jr. joining us here in the Freak Nation, Lucas Oil Studios, your winner from the Clash here with the Freaks. And let's get the one question out of the way. We stirred the Freak Nation up, Martin, where we said, why not make the Clash part of the regular schedule? Martin Truex Jr., should the Clash be a part of the regular schedule for the NASCAR Cup Series?
I mean, I don't think it should, but I would say that I wouldn't mind if it was this year because we just won and we'd be locked in the playoffs. But no, I don't know. I think it's kind of a cool standalone event. You know, I don't know that we could really do a points race there just because you can't get all the cars on the track. How would you do pit stops, things like that? You know, I think it's kind of like, you know, if it's going to be a points race, it needs to be a, you know, 300-400 miles, 500 miles, whatever.
Yeah, who cares right now? You have a medal from the LA Coliseum. You and Carl Lewis have something in common now, and nobody else, well, besides Joey Logano, can say that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I think I liked the, you know, having the podium finish and the medals and all that. That was, you know, something different and unique, which goes with a unique race and that venue. So I thought that was really cool.
The bottom line is you came into this season, as you said, your word, mad. But that's not a mad way of starting things off. How were you able to channel that madness into that event? And will you do that each and every race this season? Channel your anger to just do whatever it takes to get to the front and not have something break or tire blown?
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I think a better word would have been motivated, you know, after last year and just, you know, as a whole team, James and all the guys, we really just, you know, really determined to kind of turn the ship and get things right. And we've put in a lot of effort in the off season to do that. And, you know, feel like with a year under our belts with this car, understanding a lot of things we did wrong and what direction was working for us towards the end of the year. And I think, you know, we'll be able to take that and do some great things. So we're fired up and very determined to do some big things and get back where we belong.
Martin Truex Jr. is winner of the Clash at the Coliseum. Let me go back to the Coliseum and the regular schedule. Its success with the fans and new fan base that NASCAR has been looking for. Is there a way to get this there, to have something different besides a 1.5 mile, 200 mile an hour speed thon?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that there is. It's just going to depend on, you know, if they're willing to, you know, put 28 or 30 cars on the track and then say, hey, all the guys that didn't make it get X amount of points. And then, you know, we're going to have to be okay with having a longer race, but not having live pit stops. So there's just a lot to, you know, there's a lot to kind of making that size track work for a longer race and having to pit and put gas in and all those kind of things, you know.
The format, I love the format because I'm a World of Outlaws fan. I like the features and the heat races and the feature. It's just different and something that maybe would be like Bristol. It would be a different way to look at racing in NASCAR.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly a possibility. It's just, you know, at the end of the day, I don't make that decision. So I'm just kind of giving you my opinions on these things. And, you know, NASCAR is going to do what's best for the sport. And they've done a really great job of that, obviously, the last couple of years. And, you know, we'll see what happens.
At Lucas Oil, we take pride in creating problem-solving products to make your car care easier. We protect your vehicle and make it run longer so you can focus on the things that matter most. Lucas Oil, it works.
Okay, hold on. I want to kind of climb on top of that. You're right. NASCAR, since COVID, maybe put in a little bit before COVID, really has been doing everything to reach out to different demographics. It's been awesome to watch from afar. And I just don't understand why the fan base has to look at that with such negativity. At least that's what we're seeing on social media, of course, every keyboard warrior. But it's incredible that the new eyeballs are coming in. And why can't we have both the new eyeballs and the old eyeballs? Guys, just chill out and welcome new friends, right?
Yeah, I mean, I welcome to the world today, I guess. I don't know how to really, I don't really even know how to answer that question because, I mean, it's impossible to make everyone happy. So, you know, again, I think NASCAR will weigh all their options and go with what they think is right.
Martin Truex Jr. joining us here in the Freak Nation. Of course, Daytona this weekend. how soon did you forget about that? Well, you're the winner from the Clash. You're probably sitting there relishing in it for quite a bit, but for Daytona, I mean, that's just a different freaking animal. Do you forget about the Clash and just mentally get set for that big ass Daytona Speedway?
Yeah, I mean, I think, for us, we just take the confidence, the momentum, and the feeling of, hey, we just, we won the last race into Daytona, and then focus on that. So obviously completely different, different track, different, style of racing, and, different things you need to think about and work on to be successful. And, it's been a good track for us over the years as far as just, being competitive and being in the mix and being close to winning. Hopefully this year we can figure out how to get it done at the end.
How much do you get to fish at Daytona? And I'm not just talking about the lake inside the infield. I mean, you're a big fisherman. How much do you get a chance to get out and just get away from the racetrack, just to chill and be you?
Generally not much when I'm there. We'll have a tournament there on Friday, I think, for Darrell Gwynn's foundation, which is always fun inside the racetrack. But generally when I get to the track, I'm kind of focused in and not really doing a whole lot of outside activities. But I've been fishing all winter. I fished yesterday, and get plenty of time off to do the fun stuff.
Well, I've turned down your invitation numerous times, Martin Truex Jr., to come to a fish fry with you, because I didn't want to see the madness that is Martin Truex Jr. and his buddies having a fish fry. But if I did roll up, what's your favorite fish to fry and your favorite beverage to wipe it down?
There's a lot of fish that are good fried. I mean, you could pretty much fry anything and be good, but down here in Florida these days, I'd probably pick a grouper. If I caught a grouper, those are really good, fried grouper fingers. And I'd be washing it down with either a Miller Lite or probably a Captain and Coke.
No catfish? Come on, dude. You gotta have catfish.
Yeah, I'm not a huge catfish fan. I mean, I've done it before, but I enjoy saltwater fish a little bit more for the table.
Where I come from, tartar sauce is a thing, but a lot of people believe that tartar sauce is a sin to putting on fish because you need to be able to taste the whole fish. Where does Martin Truex stand on that?
Oh, it's a thing. Definitely a thing.
All right.
I like tartar sauce.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Martin Truex Jr. joining us here in the Freak Nation. You got the West Coast, of course, now, California, Vegas, Phoenix Raceway. Of those three tracks, we know your success at these tracks or lack of success from time to time. Which one of those three is your favorite? I would assume it'd be Phoenix.
Honestly, I really like all of them. I'm not really a guy to pick favorites either. Anytime somebody asks me, like, what's your favorite this? I'm like, I don't know. I kind of don't really pick favorites too well.
You just picked grouper over catfish.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but that's a little different. That's kind of more broad than it is like a favorite. Man, I don't know. Somebody told me last week that we've won on all the West Coast tracks, and I really never even thought of that. So that's good. I mean, I like all of them. I guess California, if I had to pick, I really like Fontana just because of how wide it is and fast, and it wears tires out, and you can kind of move around. It's kind of like a big dirt track after, 15, 20 laps into a run. So that place is really fun. But they're all good tracks.
And it's going to go away.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
They're gonna tear it down and build something so we can all just crash into each other probably.
Oh.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Oh, what do you care? It's not your money in that car, Martin Truex Jr.
I just love that track. It's so fun. It's so challenging. And yeah, it's I love old pavement racetracks. Like the old Atlanta was awesome, and California is really good.
It's time to mark your calendar. 2023 is bigger and better than ever before. The Enjoy Illinois 300, presented by Ticket Smarter. Tickets now at WWTRaceway.com.
That's a great point. From a fan's perspective, and I'll be honest, California is not one of my favorites. But you hear drivers talk about that, about how difficult it, especially the backstretch where you guys are bumping or bumping like you're in a bouncy house from time to time. That's a great. Explain to the Freak Nation really how specifically challenging California Speedway is.
Well, if you look at the track, it's got, 5 lanes, and between every lane of pavement, there's those black seams that they kind of fill with tar over the years. And, you hit those things and you lose a ton of traction, a ton of grip. So if you don't hit them right, it can really change the way your car drives. And then, really just between the bumps and the tire wear, you'll start the first couple laps of a run. You feel like Superman, you have a ton of grip. The car's really hooked up into the track. And then, after 10 laps and 15 laps and 20, it just gets worse and worse and worse. And you really just are sliding a lot and wearing the tires out. So there's a real balance there of, having a car that's, well balanced, and, you got to be able to take off good on short runs for restarts and then still be good on the long run, those old tires where the thing's just sliding all over the place and running against the wall and moving lanes around. It's just a fun track to be able to do that.
Truex, as always, man, it's great to get you in the Freak Nation. Thanks for doing this, man.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. It's always good to see you.
All right. See you, buddy.
Take care.